Let's go to Jonathan Bloom, who is live at the Bay Hill Shopping Center, which is sort of ground zero for the Red Cross efforts, correct?
It is the primary evacuation center, and we're seeing two different types of people coming down here. We're seeing people who've been displaced from their homes and people like Ophelia who have come down to offer their help. And you came down here because you were told that this was the place that you should bring your blankets.
And I understood that people were displaced and they had no blankets or clothing, and I wanted to do something to help.
So what do you have here, and what are you hoping to do?
I just went into my loft and just took out blankets that I don't use and brought them out here.
Now, you're also on the other side of this in that you're worried about somebody you haven't heard from.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
A good friend of the family, she lives on that side, and we're not sure where she's at and if she's okay. We've tried to get a hold of her and haven't been able to. So,
how has it been trying to get information about this disaster?
It was sketchy at first, but now through the media we've gotten more information, and that's how I found out about Bay Hill.
And we should note that a lot of people have been out here offering their services. You've seen quite a bit of generosity out here.
Yes. There's another couple that has followed me from San Bruno Park over here to bring their things from their home also.
And also, we should mention that a lot of local businesses are out here offering food. CVS has said that it will stay open 24 hours. Starbucks and one of the pizza parlors have been out here offering food and refreshments. And the Red Cross, of course, is here offering food and shelter. And this is Sarah O'Brien from the Red Cross. What are you guys out here doing right now?
Right now, we're just sort of organizing at the evacuation area. And in the meantime, where our real volunteers are working hard is setting up the shelters at the Church of the Highlands and also at the Veterans Memorial Center, Senior Center.
Have you had a lot of people come and say that they need shelter tonight?
Yes, there are definitely a lot of people who need shelter and who will probably need shelter. Additional people will be coming to us, we expect.
How many families have come to you and said, not only do we need shelter tonight, but we may need shelter for weeks to come?
That we have not heard yet. I think people are so much in shock that they're talking about, I need something tonight. Give me, a place to go think and lay down. So I'm sure tomorrow we're going to have all the Red Cross volunteers during the day that we can out in force talking to these people and seeing what they need.
Now, a lot of people most likely are finding shelter with friends and family. Is that the majority of them?
Can't say if that's the majority, but it's certainly quite a number of people. That would be probably the preferable to anyone rather than staying in though it's a shelter for disaster victims, it still is an open area with cots and blankets, so I would think that would be much more friendly.
What will the Red Cross be offering to people who may be displaced for the long term?
Again, all that's got to be determined based on the need, and we'll be reviewing that tomorrow.
The people who have been displaced, who are maybe coming home right now and discovering that their neighborhood is cordoned off, what do they need to do in order to get assistance?
If they need a place to stay, they can go to a Red Cross shelter. If they don't know that they need a place to stay because maybe, yes, there are houses right there, but it's cordoned off right now, so they're thinking it's a few hours, they could come here to the evacuation site, sign in with the authorities here, and try to get on from there.
Is this also the best place to try to make contact with somebody who may be a friend or a loved one who might have been evacuated or whose home might have been destroyed?
It's not the best place right now. All places are a little chaotic of people getting in. Things are being handwritten and computers are just not all talking. But if people could look up the Red Cross Bay Area website, redcrossbayarea.org, they can find our Safe and Sound website that lets people register so that they know that their friends are safe, or that people who are out of their house can register so their family can find them.
And you mentioned the situation is a little chaotic, perhaps a little bit fluid right now. How is the situation going for you guys at the Red Cross? Are you still getting things set up right now?
Yes, and that is one of the issues, is that I was just at the Senior Center, the Veterans Memorial Center, and even though our volunteers are setting up cots, the parking lot was already filled with people walking in. So it's a little hard to be setting up things and you have people who are all wanting information, and right now there's not a lot of information to be had.
What about people who want to give assistance assistance, people who want to help. We saw just a moment ago Ophelia with her blankets. We've seen people coming here trying to give out food and beverages. What should they do in order to be of the most service to the people who've been victimized by this disaster?
Right now, if people could go online to redcrossbayarea.org and make a donation, they can specify that it is for the San Bruno fire or not, because it will help anyone who has a fire in the Bay Area if they don't specify. But regardless, their money will stay locally, and money allows the Red Cross to distribute the items in bulk that people are going to need.
So people who have blankets, people who have food, should they bring those down here?
I'm afraid the Red Cross isn't able to accept those items. There's a lot of work in sorting them, making sure they're clean, etc., and in distributing them. I've heard, and I can't say it's confirmed, but I've heard that the San Bruno City Hall is collecting items like that.
Great, thank you very much. Sarah O'Brien from the Red Cross, and as you can see here, there are still more people gathering at this evacuation center trying to get help and find out whether their loved ones are okay.
All right, Jonathan, we'll check back with you later.